So we are back on the Civic today, and for this one we are getting rid of a lot of the rust. As you can see, I cut quite a bit out here in preparation of this panel here that will go right on top there. Pretty good fit overall. I've roughed up the surface so I can weld that in place. And it's going to get rid of a lot of the rust. Looking at the quarter panels, there are some holes and some issues underneath, but I think what I'm going to do is just cut out what is really bad underneath and just replace it on the bottom side. Thought about doing up top, but I already know the more that I cut, the more I'm going to have to weld, the more that it's not going to look real great. I'd really rather not open up that can of worms and replace the entire rocker. The entire rocker is not rotted out. The top side is great the whole way through. A little bit of surface rust, but that is nothing. And so I just don't see a reason to cut it out. One area, as mentioned, that was pretty bad is up in here. Now this is where the trailing arm bushing goes across, so it actually has to mount to the bottom of what used to be here. Now I cut what was left of that out, but it was not much. This was all missing up top. It was broken off. It was not in great shape. I did use some fluid film inside to help with any potential corrosion that might happen inside there, and scuffed up the surfaces some so I can try to weld it. The plan is I created this little bracket here that's going to go right up on top. I can screw in this one to kind of hold it in place and then just tack weld it in, and then using my seam sealer compound I can just go around the outside there and actually block it in so that way it's nice and watertight once again. And that should do pretty darn good. This is 14 gauge steel, so I don't think we will have any problems with structure once it is welded in place. And then after I get all of this in, welded in, I can go ahead and create a patch panel here using some more of that 14 gauge sheet metal to go right over top. And then there will be a little bit more to do back here to fix up some of this stuff and a little bit up in here. But once I get this welded in place, I will have an easier time doing any patchwork along here that needs to be done. So I guess I need to get to welding.